G'day, how you going? Pleased to see you here. Well, my name is Tom Burfoot. I'm currently in my third and final year at Curtin, studying a Bachelor of Commerce majoring in Finance. And I'm here to talk to you about my experiences and time spent at Curtin, and also my time spent in the Enhancing Your Business Mind unit. So, that sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? So, yeah, let us get in. Okay, so now we're sitting down, let's begin. So where should we start? I believe we should start just reflecting on my time at uni. So, I actually came into uni to get a degree and leave. The social aspect of it didn't actually really bother me too much. But looking back at it now, I definitely do feel like I missed out on the social aspect of uni. But then again, I personally believe it was hard, especially in finance, because finance, we didn't really stick with the same people throughout our entire degree. But in saying that, I believe I did choose the right degree overall. I had the time between 2016 when I finished and the second semester of 2019 when I did the Uni Ready program to really figure out what I wanted to do with myself. And believe it or not, I wanted to do finance, even though I actually failed maths in year 12. So I've come a long way since then, that's for sure. Now I'm finishing up my degree, I can easily say I'm keen to get out of uni again, as I'm not really a studious person. I'm more of a hands-on type of person. Now, so let's move on to enhancing your business mind. Did I enjoy the unit? Simple answer, yes I did. But did I take away any sort of important job skills that I'll utilize in my professional career? Probably not. I've already established these career skills prior to this class, as a lot of my friends have actually gone through the same process as me. And so I've utilized them to really just help me. They've helped me from writing cover letters to knowing when and what to apply for, and to also help me figure out what those financial companies are looking for in terms of graduate positions. They've been probably the biggest help for me, and they've also steered me in the right direction, which I'm really grateful for. So in the sense of enhancing your business mind, I didn't really get that, since I didn't really need any guidance because I've already experienced that guidance. But then again, I really enjoyed the social interactions with others and the workshops. My favourite actually being the Marshmallow Challenge. So obviously the challenge sort of split up into groups and basically just try and build the tallest buildings using probably the worst ingredient possible, that being pasta, the thin ones. It was great with a lot of teamwork and gave me the opportunity to just see what position I actually held in the team itself. I actually started off pretty quiet and sort of reserved, but once I got more confident, I actually sort of put myself out there a lot more and was more confident and sort of decided to lead the team a bit more as well. Another challenge I actually really enjoyed was the Lego representation of it ourselves. And although I wasn't there actually in the first class because I was actually doing another internship, I was there for the last one and I really enjoyed it. And I will actually show you here, it's right here. Now, so that, as you can see, it looks a bit weird, but that actually reflects my alternate sort of career path. And that symbolizes basically a farm or a property down south, which is something, it took me a while to sort of think about what else I'd rather be doing. But that sort of symbolizes more a slow paced, relaxed lifestyle, which is something I really do find important. But probably the most interesting tool I've utilized throughout this unit was actually the employability tool. Now, just a bit of background, I did do one of the employability tests back in 2020. So I'm actually utilizing the difference between that one and the one I completed this semester to really give myself a good understanding of how much I believe I've actually developed over these couple of years. And the results were actually quite interesting. As you can see from the first one in semester 1 of 2020 to semester 2 just recently, as you can tell, there is a bit of a difference in between these two, with some actual reduction in my results. Now, you might think this is surprising, but I'm actually satisfied with these because the main reason why I believe I've developed, and as a result, I've actually gotten a lot more honest about my abilities. Now, I believe, as you can see with the semester 1 of 2020, it was a lot more symmetrical. But once over these couple of years, actually realized what I'm capable of and actually acknowledging my flaws, You can see that from semester 2 just recently, I have just gotten a lot more honest with myself. So in saying that, I'm really happy with those results. Now, going on from that, let's talk about my career plan. So obviously, as I've mentioned before, I've been very fortunate enough to have 6 internship opportunities throughout my time at uni. These internships gave me practical, sort of hands-on teaching, which is actually the method of education I really prefer. I'm not really a theoretical type of person. In doing these internships, I've actually already established a solid network in both property and finance. And I also know how to conduct myself in a professional environment too. It hasn't all been smooth sailing. I will just show you here. So these are all the rejection emails I've gathered over the last year and a bit. These are from both internships and graduate positions. But it's also important to note that these are the only ones I got rejection letters from. I applied for a lot more positions than this and didn't hear back from. But why do I mention this? I mention this because it shows you how determined I am to succeed and put myself out there, even though I might fail in doing so. And I believe this is important for my future career prospects as well. Because even with the grad position I applied at KPMG, I actually got rejected from EY the day before as well. But me being so determined and resilient is probably a really important foundation block in ensuring that I'm a resilient professional once I do leave university as well. So that's the reason why I bring it up, is because it just shows you how resilient and hardworking I am. Now that we've covered what my future career aspects are looking like, let's sort of think about what I'd tell myself in 5 years' time. Well, the main thing I'd really tell my future self is just to maintain discipline and never leave anything to the last minute. This is because during my time at uni, I actually have found myself sometimes leaving things to the last minute and just losing discipline. And I do find when that happens, I'm not the best person I can be. And I want to be the best person I can be, and I want to be the best professional I can be. And in order to be the best professional, I need to maintain discipline. I want to be the best person I can be, both in private life but also in the professional life as well. And this will, if I can maintain discipline, this will actually help me to pursue excellence, look for growth opportunities, keep on developing, and just really develop myself. Because I want to be a leader in the future. And the way I can do that is just by maintaining discipline. So that's probably the most crucial message I'd really send to myself. Now, although I might not have taken many career skills away from the unit, I have utilised the time to reflect on how I actually approach certain topics, such as how I perceive unconscious bias. As I touched on before, it made me really aware of how actually real it is. It made me more aware of it, sort of going forward into a work environment. Even in the last class where I built the Lego house actually made me think a lot more than what I anticipated as well. And it was nice sort of reflecting on where I believe I will be in 5 or 10 years. That Lego house, although it's crudely made, sort of made me sort of reflect on what I actually believe in and what I actually stand for. And as I said before, I enjoyed the class activities as well. It was a fantastic way down my time at uni as well, with interacting with some new people I've never met before and doing things that have sort of put my mind at ease, really. But to be honest, saying that, I'm actually glad to get out of uni too. I'm not a studious person, I've touched on before, and although I've had my ups and downs studying, I'm in no rush to return, that's for sure. And I'll be putting all my energy into my graduate position next year, so basically I'll be going full pelt from next year, which means the next 5 years will be very important for me. There'll be hard years, but also very important years, which will basically be the founding blocks of my future development as well. And my observation increase maturity was sort of reflected in the employability tool as well. So I actually did sort of see some sort of benefit out of that. Sort of made me reflect that I have actually matured over these years, even though I thought I might have been mature in the beginning, but I've definitely seen some progression in that sense. Well, that's it. I just want to say thank you very much, Doug, for the unit as well. Really appreciate it, and I appreciate you listening to my presentation as well.